Hello everyone, so today we're going to be looking at a few of the heroes in Predecessor and their abilities for the jungle role. So these here are the heroes recommended for playing jungle. I'm going to show you a few, but some of these I'm going to cover in other roles. So let's take a look. Alright, so for Khaimera we have Spirit Regeneration as the passive. On damaging enemies, you gain a stack of Spirit Regeneration that gives you a little bit of health regen for a couple seconds till you're out of combat, and this stacks up to 30 times. Now, Hero Kills gives you 10 stacks instantly, and if you're above 15 stacks, you gain 10% movement speed. And as you can see here, if you use your Ambush, your first attack, you gain 3 stacks, and you can see here the stacks going up with the basic hits. And so with that ambush, it also slows down the enemy for a little bit, does some good damage, does 2 times damage based on the missing health as well. And then you'll have Unleash for your next ability, which does maximum attack speed, and you also do a little bit less damage than normal, you can see there, but you gain a lot of stacks also for your passive. And then your next ability, you'll have Invigorate, which cleanses all debuffs and gives you some health, and it's increased by your health regeneration as well. And then for your ultimate, you'll have a cone-shaped ultimate that'll hit everybody in front of you. It'll stun them, slow them, and do pretty good damage. So when you're attacking with Khaimera, you can either come in if you have the opportunity to without taking a lot of damage and hit them like that. Then you keep going in on them, slow them down, dodge a little bit. You can always incorporate your blink into your attacks. Do this, blink over there if you have it, and then just keep healing up, cleanse the debuffs, slow them down more, pounce. And then you can also just do it the other way, where you come in with the pounce, do your Unleash, and go on from there. And that's Khaimera.
I might die, but okay, there we go.
So for Kallari, we have the Shadow Dance, lets her do a double jump basically, and you pick the direction. Also really good for escapes or doing other strategies. And you have the Shadow Walk, which turns you invisible. If you get too close, they will be able to see you, but you'll get more movement speed, you can stay away, you'll get health regen while you're in that state as well. So it's really nice. And also when you're invisible and you go in on them, they take more damage. So 123 compared to 51 for that initial hit out of the Shadow Walk. And here we have the Death Mark as well. So it's gonna let you do more damage to them while they're marked. It's also gonna detonate after 3 seconds, and it also applies decay to their movement speed. So the first hit you do when you activate marks them, and after a few seconds they explode. Alright, and here next we have the Crippling Dagger that does a slow. You can see there, slow, pretty good damage. This will be really nice to upgrade early on, and it's also good if you're getting chased. You can hit them with a dagger, they'll slow down, get into your Shadow Walk, and you're faster. Always dodge around, do some teleports to get away. And then you'll have for your ultimate the guillotine, which basically does just, does a dash forward and hits them. Does pretty good damage. And I will mention that it was way better in Paragon when you used to be able to use Kallari's ultimate to, teleport all the way to an enemy in base or something like that, wherever they were in the map. You just, jump up, teleport to them, and it was amazing. Great way to get kills back in the day. Now you got to play a little more strategically. So yeah, so that was Kallari. Whoosh. Whoa, nice. Yeah. Whoa. What do we do? What do we do? Where do we go? What do we do? Okay. So for Rampage, Rampagio. Alright, we have the King of the Jungle, gain 28 attack speed and 10 health regeneration. The health regeneration is 2 times stronger out of combat, so very good for a jungler position, for offlane and things like that. Alright, and here we have the Boulder Throw. Stuns the heroes, does pretty good damage. The way you'll want to start off, your fights most of the time. Start going in on them. Then you have a double hit Rumble, does pretty good damage and slows down the enemy too if you're chasing them down. See that? Slow that lasts for a little bit. And then we have the Pounce that deals damage based on health, and the leap can be cancelled early by basic attacking. So if you're jumping, your basic attack, you go down earlier and you just start your fight right away. So boom boom, get the rock, throw it down, do that little jump, hit him more. And then for the last part we have the Behemoth, the ultimate. So you become enraged, grow in size, you gain a lot of maximum health, empower your abilities. So even like your rock, let's say, you'll throw that a lot faster. Bam, does that slow right there, and also his jump is like a lot further, which is great. And and you'll get a crazy amount of health regen too. So you build him really tanky, you'll probably have a good time, da-da, through the sky like Rampagio, jumping through to this other, see, there you go, Rampagio.
Oh my god.
Alright guys, so here for Crunch we have the first ability, Forward Punch. Deals damage in a straight line, does a little bit of a stun there as you can see. And if you do it with the ultimate, it's going to do a secondary ability, but I'll get to that in a second. So then we have the left punch here. Swing your left arm forward in a cone, hit everybody in there, a lot of damage, and then it'll also have an upgrade because of the ultimate. And then we have an uppercut for other ability, does a little bit of a slow, a magical and physical damage. All right, and then for his passive ability, you know, on the next ability use, empowers the next basic attack. So it has to do with the ultimate here, where if you hit your ultimate, it'll copy the last ability used. And if you are powered up, so let's say you used one ability while you have the ult, you use two abilities while you have the ult, you see his back over there, how it's all powered up. The next one will have a greater effect. So this one here does a stun, and we actually unlocked him. So now let's get this guy. Oh, look at that guy go. You want to get me, huh, buddy? I don't think so. Bam! Look at that. Bam! This is Crunch tactics right here. See that stun? Bam! Hit him again. Hit him again. And then they're trying to hit you and run away or something, and they're so far, and we have it powered up, and we dash on in and push them even further. See? There we go, and that's just a little bit of how you play with Crunch. Alright, so for Grux, we have the passive as a Bloodlust, applies blood loss to enemy. Stacks up to 6 times, and you gain 25% Omni Vamp once it stacks. The next we have the Smash and Grab. That when you smash the ground, pulls all the enemies close to you, and it stuns them for a bit as well, doing good damage. Then here you have the Double Pain. Leave everything in front of you, and on hit effects apply twice. So here we can see it apply 7. If you do it, 14 bleed damage, right? And then we have the Crush, which is you go forward, passes through the minions and everything, knocks up the enemy, stuns them for a little bit that way, and deals some damage. Right? And then we have the Warlord's Challenge, which basically you steal power from your enemy on hits, and you gain 70% attack speed, and when you start that off, it's also going to stun them. So with Grux, you can go in on them, stun, do the cleave, get that bleed damage going. Once they're starting to pull away from you, pull them all in, stun them a little bit more, super fast, and then just steal their power, basically do more damage every time. And you can always run around, be elusive, use your blink to catch them, to run away, or just mess around in tactics. And you pull them all back there, get them away from your team.
So with Grux, Intimidation works just as well.
What was that? Alright, so for Feng Mao, we have the Precision Strike. Basically, your next basic attack is empowered, and you do 9% current health damage, and it resets on a takedown. And then for his first ability, we have Safeguard. You create a shield that boosts movement speed. You gain some, physical damage from the shield, and you gain movement speed as well while the shield holds. So And then we have the hamstring, spin your weapon around in a circle, dealing damage and slowing down the enemies. So there you go. And you have the reaping dash, which you blink forward, hitting enemy in your path, dealing some damage, and you reduce the cooldown by 25% when you hit the enemy with this one here. All right, and then for his ultimate, basically it's based on their health thresholds. So if they have a certain health threshold, they'll get taken down, and if you execute an enemy hero with it, you can do it again. So for Feng Mao, you know, you want to go ahead and hit that shield, start it up, slow everybody down, blink whatever way you have to. If you want to get away or get closer to him, you can also do it like this and then come back in with that one. And then his ultimate will hit him like that. You take it down, you can go ahead and hit it again. And that's Feng Mao. Alright, so for Serath here, we have Fallen Grace as her passive. It drops a Visage for 10 seconds, and if you pick it up, you get your ultimate at no cost, and that Visage is dropped when you get an assist or a takedown if you're around that general area. And then for her first ability, we have Heaven's Fury, where you disappear, reappear at your enemy target. It's good for chasing people down. If they like teleport away or use a getaway, you're basically right on them the whole time. And then her second ability is Ascend. It's really good for chasing or for getaways. It's here, and it does some area damage as well. And then you have Chastise, which does a slow and also does some damage, and it's good to use it like when you have your basic attack cooldown going on. If you do a hit, use it, it resets, so you hit a little faster move there. It could be good for making some plays. And then you have her ultimate, which is Heresy. You get some movement speed, some attack speed, and also for 4 seconds you get some on-hit damage from Inferno Strikes. So basically you could do this many ways. You know, if you come up on somebody, go up to them here, get them, hit them a little bit, slow them down, you know, keep hitting them, chase them down, a little more damage. And now by this time, you know, you can use that move again, and if they're going to use a blink or a getaway by the end, you know, do this right here. And of course incorporate your ultimate wherever you want. Just go crazy, it'll do all the effects, you know, more intensely. Yeah. And then this one, which is pretty cool. All right, and that's Serath. Let's get him.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helps you. Thanks for watching, and as a special thank you, here's a little piece of how the game used to be in Paragon. Enjoy.